Today from the American Muscle Car Museum here in Melbourne, Florida, we have a beautiful 1967 Shelby GT350 Revology built Shelby Mustang. The vehicle that you see in front of you was actually a one-of-one vehicle that Shelby American built way back in 1967. Growing up in a Ford family, we always believed in buying a new Ford, and my family always bought from Matthews Motors up in Winchington, Massachusetts. That's north central Massachusetts. And what my dad did way back in 1966 is he ordered a brand new 1967 Ford Ranch wagon in what he considered was a rare color, bronze metallic. The reason my dad loved bronze metallic, and he ordered it from the brochure, is that he says it's the perfect color to hide dirt. Now my dad, being a very practical person and having grown up in the Depression and of course went through World War II, he was very common sense orientated. He wasn't a person like me who believed in washing a car and making it look beautiful. My dad had an idea. He said for an automobile you have to only wash a few things: the windows, the headlights, and the taillights. Otherwise, the rest of the car is irrelevant. It was actually a stunning color. A lot of our neighbors came by, and now that was a plain Jane Ford station wagon, okay, no options basically. So speed forward, as us kids turned 16 years old, my folks had a plan always for each of us kids as we got to driver's age at 16. They would give us one of the old cars that they had bought brand new. And when we turned 16, they said, we're going to give you a brand new vehicle that's now 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever the case may be. You maintain it, you pay for the insurance, it's your vehicle. In 1973, I turned 16 years of age. And at that point, my dad said, well, I'm going to give you the old Ford Ranch wagon from 1967. It had 130,000 miles on it, and I can tell you that in that years that my dad owned it, I bet you he didn't even wash it a half a dozen times. I went ahead, my uncle Eber owned the junkyard, and he says, hey, anything you need from the junkyard, you can get it for free. And so with Uncle Eber's help and my neighbor's help, we ended up restoring that 1967 Ford Ranch wagon, and when we repainted it the original factory bronze metallic, people were amazed at how beautiful that car looked. My dad told me, he says, you're crazy. He says, you're making that car look so good, somebody's going to want to steal it. And I said, no, nobody's never going to steal an old station wagon with 130,000 plus miles on it. Well, I was only in Boston for 6 weeks. I had to call home one day and I said, I won't be coming home this weekend, which was only about an hour's drive. And they said, well, why? I said, somebody stole the 1967 Ford Ranch wagon. This bronze metallic color was not available in the Mustang lineup. But Shelby American did offer it, and in 1967, they built 23 Shelbys in this beautiful bronze metallic color. 22 of those were GT350s, one was a GT500. Of the 23 vehicles built, all of them were 4 speeds except for one GT350. That's what this vehicle is equipped with. So there is a real 1967 Shelby, possibly still existing. It's number 0175, that is the original of this vehicle. It may already have been crushed long ago in a junkyard. It may be restored. But if anybody knows of an original 1967 Shelby GT350 in factory original bronze metallic with an automatic, with AC, please contact the American Muscle Car Museum because we have its clone. This vehicle has been built by Revology Mustangs, or Revology Shelby Mustangs of Orlando, Florida. And I can tell you that at the American Muscle Car Museum, we've been a big supporter of Revology. We have numerous Revology Mustangs and Shelby Mustangs at the collection. And I can tell you that over the last 10 plus years they've been in business, the quote, quality of the builds and the technology of the builds has greatly improved. These vehicles are unique. They have modern conveniences, modern drivability. They drive so much better than the original vehicles. But I can tell you, as a kid growing up, driving the original vehicles, I thought they were a blast then, and they're still a blast today. If you want to find out more about the American Muscle Car Museum, please go to our website, AmericanMuscleCarMuseum.com. You're also welcome to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and we hope to have other videos for you in the future. Thank you.